The streetlights tremble on the pavement after rain. Midnight taxis disappear like thoughts inside my brain. I'm sitting by the window where we used to watch the cars, counting little red lights like they were falling stars. Your coffee mug is somewhere in the back of the cupboard. I found it while I was looking for a glass I never needed. It's strange how something simple can bring back an entire year. 1 second I'm alone, the next I swear that you are here. We had a way of making ordinary feel brand new. Late night walks with nowhere going, talking until 2. You tell me all your worries underneath the apartment glow, and I believe that if I held you, you would never have to go. But love can change its language without warning or a sound. A little less conversation, a little more looking down. We didn't break like thunder, we just slowly lost the flame, until saying I love you somehow started sounding strange. I keep asking all these questions that the night will never answer. Was it timing, was it distance? Was I holding on too faster? Maybe we were too directions on a road that couldn't bend. Maybe some hearts need forever, only long enough to change. You left a light inside me that I can't turn off tonight, even though you're miles away and out of reach of sight. I keep talking to your memory like you're standing by the door, but I don't want the old you back. I just miss who we were before. You left a light inside me, and it flickers when I breathe. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it learns how to leave. So I'll carry all the beautiful and let the painful fade. You were never just a heartbreak, you were something I was made to change. I took the long way home last Friday through our neighborhood, past the little corner shop where you always said we should buy something sweet for later, even when we had no plans. Then we'd split it on the pavement with the whole night in our hands. The city looked familiar, but I felt like someone new, walking through 1,000 memories that didn't need you. I saw a couple laughing underneath the traffic light, and instead of feeling empty, I just smiled and walked by. My friends have stopped pretending they don't notice when I drift. They know some days I'm stronger and some days I need a minute. I don't hide the fact I miss you, I just don't let it decide whether I spend another evening staring at the other side. I started cooking meals you never would have chosen, started taking photographs of places we had never gone in. I learned the shape of silence, learned to sleep without the call, and somewhere in the quiet I stopped blaming myself for it all. Maybe healing isn't waking with a heart that doesn't ache. Maybe it's the little moments when the ache begins to break, when it's only used to hurt you, feels like music once again, and you finally stop remembering. The ending is the end. You left a light inside me that I can't turn off tonight, even though you're miles away and out of reach of sight. I keep talking to your memory like you're standing by the door, but I don't want the old you back. I just miss who we were before. You left a light inside me, and it flickers when I breathe. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it learns how to leave. So I'll carry all the beautiful and let the painful fade. You were never just a heartbreak, you were something I was made to change. Tonight I drove beyond the city where the buildings disappear. The highway stretched like silver underneath the atmosphere. I parked beside a quiet field and watched the darkness move, and thought about the future we once thought we had to prove. We had names for places neither of us had ever seen. A little house with open windows somewhere warm and green. I used to picture growing old with your hand inside of mine, never understanding dreams can change without becoming lies. The moon was low above me, almost touching distant hills, and for the first time I could feel the world stand still. I didn't wish you'd call me, didn't ask the sky for signs. I just let myself remember without trying to rewind. You were not a mistake, and neither was the pain. You were a season in my life that taught me how to change. I loved you with the heart I had, I gave you what was true, and now I'm learning how to give that same heart back to me too. There are roads I haven't traveled, there are doors I haven't tried, there are parts of me returning that I left on the other side. I don't know who I'll become yet, but I know I won't stay still. Some goodbyes are not a failure, they're the courage to rebuild. If you ever think about me when the winter touches town, I hope you remember laughter before you remember how we stood beneath the fading sky with nothing left to say. I hope you know I never wished our memories away. I hope somebody finds your heart and treats it like a home.